Alright, guys, good morning, good afternoon, good evening sa ating mga viewers. And this is PSEi Recap. This is for November 19, 2018 for next week's trading. So we will be discussing yung mga possible implications ng Chinese president visiting here the Philippines and where the stocks na after ng BSP rate hike is tumaas. So we will also have to check on that. And also, aside from that, we'll also be presenting yung mga watch list or possible stocks we should be watching for next week's trading. Right? And before we all do all those analyses, we have to proceed with our quick word from our sponsor. This comes from Philippians chapter 4 verse 6. Be anxious about nothing, but in everything, by prayer and supplication with thanksgiving, let your request be made known to God. Alright. It's a very, very timely message for us and serves as a reminder for you and for me also. Alright. And as we all know, kinakailangan nga, lahat ng kakailangan natin is we ask God. No? And everything, no? May it be for our physical needs like yung food, clothing, and shelter, no? Housing. May it be work, no? And especially if you are doing trading and investing, no? So you've read most of the books, you've attended a lot of seminars, no? Even yung mga paid ones and those expensive ones. And parang hindi ka maka-breakthrough, right? So I'm going to ask you, why not ask God, no, to permit you to prosper dito sa trading, no? This is also a job, no, a skill to master, and going to, why not try, no? Try asking, no, praying for him to allow you to prosper or to make a breakthrough sa trading, all right? So ganon, no? We do our job, no? Pag-aralan natin, but let's not forget to ask and to pray kung ano yung mga kailangan natin, no? Because God is there. He's just waiting for us to ask, no? Kung ano yung mga kailangan natin, no? Maliwanag naman dito. Let your request be made known to God. No? Maliwanag. From the very simple things to the most complicated ones, you ask and pray to God, all right? And really do hope this message hit you, no? And tulad ng sinasabi ko, you're reading books, you are watching all those YouTube videos, and you are even, no, paying some of the gurus and attending those expensive seminars as well, but parang hindi ka maka-breakthrough. Baka nakakalimutan mo to ask God to permit you to prosper dito sa trading or investing, right? That might be the only missing component why aren't you having breakthrough. Of course, after that, you must still have to learn to master the craft, no? To hone your skills. Nandun pa rin yan, no? You have to do the work, no? Hindi naman pagkatapos natin mag-pray is automatic na lahat, no? We have to put the work also, no? Yung ating part as well, no? And I hope you learn something about dito sa verse na to. And not about just trading, no? And anything, no? Kahit sa trabaho mo ngayon, you must ask God, no? To have those skills, to have those insights, and to have those knowledge para ka umangat dyan sa current field of work mo, no? And even sa family life, no, especially, you must ask God and pray. And with that, let's now proceed with our recap, no? Right. Again, for this week, no, PSEi gained 115 points, closing at 7,083 level, right? Was really surprised for this week because last week, if you are going to review yung November 12 recap natin, I was very bearish, no? So, ano yung nangyari, no? There is probably something, no, na naka-affect dito, and bakit siya nag-close ngayon sa 7,083 level, right? If you remember, if you were going to review yung PSEi for this week, we did hit yung 6.8 level, no? Then nag-bounce back sa 6.9, and this Friday nag-close nga siya sa ganitong level. Alright, this week BSP again, no, announced another rate hike for another 25 basis points, no. So maganda because last time na nag-announce, if you remember, hindi nagganito nag-react yung market, no. But for this time nag-react, no. And what are those stocks na nag-react, no? Sa index natin, those 30 names, ano yung mga nag-react, no? Right. We have the GT Cap, right? LTG, BPI, BDO, and MBT, no? These three, MBT, BDO, and BPI, these are the banks, no? We all know that it's been going on a downward spiral for quite some time. And maganda to, no? Pag-announce nung BSP, no? BSP means Bangko Sentral, rate hike, umangat siya, no? So that is a knee-jerk reaction, no? Immediate, ibig sabihin, no? Everyone was surprised and nagbilihan, no? Same thing with the GT Cap and LTG, no? So if I am going to have a bottom pick, no, especially on those blue chip names, these are the 5 names, no, that I will choose because on how they have reacted sa news, no, BSP rate hike, and also yung other factors as well, no. So I really do hope you are getting something dito sa mga insights na to because these are the things that I've been missing, no, nung nag-uumpisa ako, and I wish there was a video na ganito yung format that is updating me weekly. If you are getting something, you're learning something, no, you might want to subscribe or hit that like button, right? Next slide. Right, sabi ko nga dito last week, because of this double top pattern, I would likely to see yung 6.9 to break. Alright, na-break nga, no? We even touch yung 6.8 level around the lapit sa 6.9, and then nag-recover naman siya because of that announcement ng BSP rate hike. Alright, with that, are we going to be bullish? Again, I would not be bullish until we see yung 7.2 level ma-break, no? Itong dalawang resistance na to, even apat pa nga yan, 1, 2, and 3, and 4. Until we breach that, we are going to call this market a sideways or trading range market, no? So 7.2, if we hit this 7.2 within this week, we are going to be very bullish, no? Right? And pangita naman na yan exactly kung ano yung sinabi ko last week. 6.9 will be breakdown, nangyari nga, but umangat naman due to the fact na merong news, no, that it affect yung ating market, right? Tama-tama naman, we have been on downward spiral. I think 20 or even 20% up pa yung ating binaba, no, from the peak. Right, next slide. Again, our move of the week was GT Cap, no. This was 12%, no. And pag-announce, tumaas siya ng 12%. Makikita mo naman yan dito sa currently nag-spike siya, no, around 800 level. And if you have not yet watched yung chart quick session, I have explained in details itong what I think, no, about this GT Cap. You might want to check yung channel natin and you scroll to that chart quick session, also dated November 19. Alright, again, that is our move of the week, is from GT Cap. Alright, Our November sentiment, I would for the third week of November, third week, I'll rate it at 5/10. No? So this is going to be a neutral market until we see yung 7-2 breaking this level this week or next week. We're going to call this a sideways market. And what are the factors that is affecting itong current reversal ng sentiment or stabilization of the sentiment was due to the fact na nagkaroon nga ng another round of rate hike. This time, positively impacting the market and nag-react. Yun ang mahalaga. There's a good news, nag-react yung market. Most of the laggards tumaas sa PSEi. And also we are seeing yung current oil price is stabilizing, which is really affecting our market as well. Because as we all know, once tumaas yung oil, inflation would trickle down sa ating economy. Eventually, yung consumption ng tao is bababa. Alright? And with that, want to advise you na some of the few tips I'm going to advise you. Nung nag-umpisa ako, I did accelerate because nung nag-umpisa ako, ang mindset ko was paano ko maituturo ito to my co-workers, co-workers or family members itong stock market. Ganun yung mindset ko. How will I be able to teach this much more simpler? So when I progress sa aking trading, yun lang yung lagi kong iniisip. How will I make this even more simpler sa ibang tao when I try to explain them? Because marami kang aralin dito sa market, and I've also done my job. I've also read all those books. I've also listened countless podcast interviews, and I even print yung mga charts, hard copy. And marami talagang dapat gawin and dapat aralin pagdating dito sa market for you to be able to learn. Not only those trading books, but those psychology books and even yung mga business books. You have to be reading a lot of those materials. Right? And if you really want to dive dun sa psychology books that you want me to recommend, these are the 3 books na you might want to check para ka lumalim sa trading. This is mostly on the biases ng mga tao and how our people or individual reacts to different situations. First book na ma-recommend ko on the psychology books is yung Thinking Fast and Slow. Thinking Fast, Thinking Slow, parang ganon yung title. Daniel Kahneman, if I pronounce it correctly. Isa pang libro is yung The Art of Thinking Clearly. I think this was one of the most solid books din. Short book, but punong-puno ng knowledge about psychology side ng mga tao. So these books, you will learn yung mga biases ng mga tao, right? Like yung consistency bias, recency bias, right? And maraming if you're really into to that kind of books, right? One of, again, yung isa pa sa mga libro na I want you to read, yung Influence. This was by Cialdini, So in this book, you learn also kung how the mind works, how the individual reacts to certain situations, and marami kang mapupulot talaga dito. Itong Influence, I think I was introduced to this because of right hand ni Buffett, itong si Don't remember the name, but it was the right hand of the Warren, no? Na paborito niya itong libro na to. And really telling you, you have to put in the work, you have to read, learn, no? So there are some of the gurus na they're not advocating their students to read, no? But that is the most wackiest, no? If I'm going to tell you, wackiest advice na marinig mo sa guru, na don't read books, no? Alright? Because I don't know their agenda, but reading books, especially if nag-uumpisa ka, will accelerate your trading, no? And you don't confine yourself sa trading books, no? If you're going to listen sa mga malulupit na traders, at some point in time, yung trading or technicals, fundamentals trading book, paulit-ulit na lang yan, no? So they are branching out, no? Leadership, biography books, psychology books, and they are trying to relate that into the markets, right? And tulad nga ng sinabi ko, if you hear some of your gurus telling you not to read books, that is one of the most wackiest trading advices, because you have to start at some point, and kahit pa gaano ka liit yung libro na yan, there's something you will learn and accelerate, no? So isa pa sa mga kagandahan pag nagbabasa ka ng libro is malaki yung chance mo na hindi mo magawa, or probably yung impact, no, ng mga losses mo would not have been so much, no, compare sa mga tao na hindi nagbabasa. So if I would like you to relate sa my story, I have seen people na I was asking them to read these books. Ito yung mga binasa ko, ganyan, ganyan. Because ang sabi ko sa kanya, dun sa friend ko, no, if you're not going to read those books, no, is you will commit all of the mistakes, no, and that is very, very expensive, no. So siya naman natawa-tawa din. And then after 3 months or 2 months of trading on his own, trying to figure out the markets himself, nakita mo yung eagerness niya sa market na wala na. When he finally suffered those big losses, yung mga 30-40% losses, and consecutive losses na ganon, nakita mo talaga talagang nawala yung fire sa kanya. And yun na nga, yung sinasabi ko, he did not read the books, he did not get my advice, and sunog yung portfolio niya. And I think it's one of the statistics as well na early starters who were very eager to learn the markets, and then eventually, instead of profits, losses yung nakuha niya, no? And I really do hope, as you listen to this, you take my advice, go and read the books, no, that I'm going to tell you. Again, these are the things that for me, no, I should have get, no, nung nag-uumpisa ako, itong mga sinasabi ko sa inyo, because these are the nuggets, no, small nuggets na pag pinagsama-sama mo, these are the things that complete yung isang pagiging good trader or investor, right? With that, let's now proceed sa ating watch list. We have yung ating Wilcon. This was already on our alarm since last week, and hindi nga tayo binigo ng Wilcon. And ang parang ginawa dito is ginapang, no? So currently, last Friday, we have a big shakeout dito sa Wilcon, and pangita naman yan dito sa candle na ito. And what do we do with this Wilcon if you are still haven't ride this one, right? If you have still not able to catch this before the breakout happens, no, dito, and then finally dito sa breakout area na ito, if you haven't ride this one, you might want to check if you are still able to buy at 12. No, this is a very very solid buy, retest of support, and maswerte ka kung mabebentahan ka at around 12 area. But then again, 33% I guess net income, no? Quarterly income this quarter 3, and it did break yung 52-week high, which is good, right? If this is the bottom of the market, what more kung mag-proceed yung market natin to break yung 7.2, eventually itong Wilcon is just as the start, no, of kanyang run, no? So maganda yung kanyang Wilcon. Again, this was already alarming since last week sa ating watch list. No, itong Wilcon, finally, all of the ideas that we are generating dito sa Wilcon at around this area pa lang did confirm na already na yung Wilcon, there are buyers, no, with this big volume. There are willing buyers to push the Wilcon past its current price ngayon, no? And yun nga, sinasabi ko, you might want to see if you could still buy this at 12 or 12.10, even 12.20. That's still a good buy, no? Probably this would consolidate because of this shaking, no? You might want to see this consolidate around the 12.5 area, and before it make another move, no? So Wilcon, this is a fundamentally sound company. Net earnings gumaganda, right? And we could see this trend for another quarter or two itong Wilcon. Very very safe buy, no? And let's now proceed sa ating next watch list. We have yung food as well, no? Right, if you are going to review yung mga fast videos ko, I already said to you that I am really watching itong third quarter ng food. Because last quarter, second quarter, if you weren't able to monitor itong certain stock na to, it did spike up after yung second quarter, no, acceleration. But after the release, this was the release date of it did spike up, no, itong food. And yun nga lang, with the bearish undertone of the market, hindi ganun karami yung gustong bumili, no? Alright, looks like it is going to consolidate, no, sa ating 1.0 or 1.02 area. Then again, ang maganda naman dito sa food, right, hindi lang tayo puro technicals, we also do respect yung fundamental plays, because during those earnings week, katulad ngayon, there is a window, no, even 2 to even 1 month na all of the drivers is from the net earnings of the company. And if you are not familiar with the cant slim, no, or yung William O'Neill style, one of the criterias, no, of the super stock is yung earnings acceleration, which we are currently witnessing dito sa food alliance, no. And if you could still buy, no, etong food at around 1.102 area, that's a very very solid buy. And ang nangyayari dito is probably the institution do not want you to ride this one, no? They're trying to hide this, no, pinabababa yung level, and then once na yung retail finally sells, no, yung food, they are now going to push the price around dito. I think if we see yung 1.13 breaks at around this area, we are now going to look etong 1.33, you know, itong all-time 52-week high niya to finally break itong food. Again, sa mga gumagamit ng cant slim, this is the stock that we are currently looking at, no, or they are looking at itong food because of the earnings acceleration. One of the criteria for a super stock, no? Again, if this breaks yung 1.13, easy yung 1.30, no? And maganda yung kanyang earnings. I think this is around 600% plus yung earnings compared to the previous years, and they are doing something very very well, and they are doing something good, no, sa company, for a company to report that kind of net income or quarterly income. Again, put this on your watch list and buy on the support itong food, because it is proving to be a super stock in the making, right? Right. Guys, etong FGen, I really do have to say that I really missed, no, etong FGen. I was not able to monitor this, and yun nga, no, we're going to miss, and we're going to miss a lot of stock, no, a lot of the movement, because as you all know, hindi naman tayo talagang maraming no, mata, no. I was only one, no, na tumitingin. Kaya nga I'm also going to encourage you to list down your comments dyan sa YouTube. Probably you say na itong FGen, and finally baka na-review ko sana. But then again, finally pop yung 1 year 52-week high niya rito at around the 17, considerable resistance. Finally pop, good volume. That is the things, no, that we are looking kung tayo ay bibili at a 52-week high. Most of you will be probably afraid na bumili sa mga nagbe-breakout ngayon because of the bearish undertone of the market. But I tell you, itong FGen, no, maganda, no? Maganda yung pinapakita niya. And for me personally, I would want to buy, no, at around 17.20, 17.30 kung mapagbibigyan pa. Right, again, finally it pops in our radar. Good solid volume, good price action, and again, hindi rin naman masama yung kanyang net income, because it did yung net income niya increased by around 73%, no? So mapapansin nyo, most of our stock pickings is because of their net income rising, right? Because during the earnings week, usually 2 weeks yan na for earnings report, yung pagkalabas ng report, one of the criteria that we're currently looking is yung net income acceleration, and how are they reacting, no, sa quarterly reports, no? If they are reacting the same date, no, ng pagka-release, katulad ng ginawa ng Wilcon, katulad ng ginawa ng food, even though bumababa sila, we have to take into account, no, we have to really tightly monitor yung mga ganung movement, because ibig sabihin nun, people are responding, no, hindi nga lang ganun karami, but people are responding, people are willing to buy. Again, etong FGen, food, and Wilcon, they are fundamentally sound companies. Maganda yung kanilang quarterly report. Expect them to be trending, no, for the next quarter or two. Because of that, kasi sa mga counseling practitioners who are using the William O'Neill method, it is one of the criteria, no, aside from the good charts that they are currently doing. Again, that's our take for FGen. Let's now proceed sa PXP. Alright, PXP has been on our watch list. I think this is the past 2 to 3 weeks na sa ating watch list. And last week it did fail, no, to materialize any of the movement na inaasahan natin. But because the Chinese president will be visiting this week, and any of signing, no, contract, memorandum of agreement, acquisition, mergers, no, na mangyayari na pwedeng i-announce, no, I do not have any insider information, but as we know, no, when you're trying to trade the news, those are the keywords that you are probably want to check, no. Again, PXP, sa tingin mo napakamahal niya ngayon, but I tell you, once we have any signing of documents, no, mabilis lang na mati-take out tong 18 pesos na to currently, no, and yung 52-week high niya na 19 pesos 70, mabilis siyang kukunin yan. And if you're going to do that on the breakout, much better, no, magabang ka at around 21 pesos pag tumaas siya beyond 21 pesos, you go on buy on breakout, no? It could even surpass around 25 if and only if meron tayong something solid na mapirma, no? Tulad nung sa IRC na ginawa na yung nalock, or yung sa ISM natin na nalock na yung contract or yung ano. Again, this is a speculative stock. Newbies, you might want to stay away muna rito sa PXP because you might lose pagka wala namang something na nangyari pagdating ng visit. No? You might want to buy on breakout, mas safer yon compare sa puposition ka sa Monday opening. Right? But then again, maganda rin naman because may bumibili, no? There's a sure buyer out 1750. Pangita naman to, dalawang candles na to. Those are buyers, no? Confirmed buyers. And yun nga, a much safer move is to watch this break yung 21 peso level. If you are going on a much riskier but much more rewarding trade, pumuesto ka na before yung pagdating ng president ng China. And pag nag-spike, pwede mo na ibenta yun, no? But wala pang sigurado. Hindi pa natin sigurado if meron nga or wala, no? But then again, PXP is one of those stocks na very much related with the ongoing recovery of the relations of the PH China market. Right? That's our take for PXP. This will be on our watch list next week. And I really do hope, no, para sa ating mga OFWs, or probably you're an ITD here in the Philippines, or seaman ka, or you are working abroad, no, engineer ka sa Middle East, you might want to subscribe, no, because these are the things, no, these are the watch lists that I'm generating. It took me some time before I was able to formulate something, no, and to finally solidify yung aking mga watch list. And you might want to subscribe, no, or hit that like button because this review, guys, is for you, no. Nung nag-umpisa ako, I sabi ko baka mga 20 or 30 subscribers lang ako, probably was going to view. But turns out, marami rin palang naghahanap ng ganitong format. It's very feed forward, actionable, and anticipating, no, kung ano yung mangyayari. And nakikita mo, no, week by week, blow by blow, how we are attacking and interpreting or analyzing the market. Right? And last but not the least sa ating watch list, we have ISM. Last week, ang sabi ko sa inyo, I was watching if this would like to consolidate at around 6, no? Kasi nga, I was not really hoping na mabibreak niya pa to, itong level na to. No? Last week, I think nandito tayo. This was the candle last week, no? So, this Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So, nandito tayo. So, ang call ko was to consolidate above 6. But I didn't expect, no? I underestimated its strength. And it's now currently sitting at its intermediate support. I was watching the price list last week. Nung nakita ko, Tuesday candle ito, was able to break those previous high. Sabi ko, it already cleared yung consolidation above 6, and sabi ko, this will go on a new ground, no? And I quickly changed my mind, and tama nga yung naisip ko na yung ating buy price zone is around 7.6 or 7.80. Parang trampoline. Once you are going to hit that, babalik ulit siya sa level ng around 8, no? And ISM past week very news driven to, but I think the bad news has already been absorbed by the market, no? Those PTNT filings and yung mga iba pang kalaban, no? We have the Sir Telecom from Chabit as well, and I think we have cleared already yung bad news. And ang maganda nito, it established a new intermediate support, and any more good news na papabol naman sa ISM could trigger this ISM sa ating new level, no? And as you can see, maganda rin naman yung nangyayari sa price action because It's currently doing a pullback, but the volume is continuously, no, bumababa, no. That's a good sign. And sa nababasa ko rito, there are very, very anxious traders na hindi nakasakay during the run-up, during this 1, 2, 3 rally, na ngayon pa lang sila napapabili, no. So, ang maganda rito sa ISM is there's still eager buyers, no, na medyo nahuli, is currently doing the buying, no. So, do we really believe na tataas pa ba itong ISM? Of course. So, sa nakikita natin, if you could still catch this around 7.6, 7-point area, that's a good solid buy before it move another leg, no. This, you have to remember, this is the first pullback before the run up, no. This is the first noticeable pullback, and I really do believe na meron pang itatakbo tong ISM, no. Especially darating nga yung ating Chinese president, baka there's something more, no. We're speculating this is not solid or not written stone. We could probably see there's more good news dito sa ISM. Probably they're going to fast track yung rollout. Hindi ko alam, no. I'm just speculating. I'm just telling you kung ano yung mga pwedeng mangyari. And the bad news has already been absorbed, and any of the good news naman na surprise sa market would probably accelerate naman tong ISM to a new height, no. Tong ISM again, if mabababa yung base mo or maganda yung base mo, you might want to hold muna, no, before you selling, baka kasi ma-miss mo yung another run up ng ISM. But then again, anything could happen if yung 7.6 breaks, especially, no, doon sa mga nasa taas, you might want to cut loss. Yun naman ang kasi hindi na din naman natin alam kung ano yung pwedeng mangyari. But just to make sure, once na bumabayan, huwag ka nang makapag-argue sa market, establish a new base na lang or catch it on a new base, itong ISM. Alright, I think it's time for us Filipinos to have the third telco kasi we're currently, no, probably one of the most expensive ASEAN countries pagdating sa internet, and isa rin sa pinakamabagal, no. That's a bad combination, no, sa business. Bad service, high fee is never a good equation pagdating sa service. And maganda na, no. It's time for us Filipinos to have the third telco that could challenge itong both Globe and Smart sa kanilang duopoly. And again, guys, once and for all, if you are watching or learning something, no, for the past I think 30 minutes, you might want to subscribe kasi these are the things, no, these are the these are the insights na I should have learned earlier or faster na sinishare ko naman sa inyo, because isa ako sa mga naniniwala na when you're sharing, when yung learnings mo, yung natuturo as well is mas nagsha-sharpen, no. So, nung inumpisahan ko itong channel na to, mas lalong gumanda, or should I say, mas gumanda yung traction ko sa market. Kasi nga, I was able to share, and I was able to share my insight, no, sa mga ibang tao. Then again, nagulat ako as it turns out, marami pa lang who was willing to listen and naghahanap din ng mga ganitong channel, no. There are many channel na magaling sa post-trade analysis, but wala yung ganitong format, no. Alright. Then again, aside from those 5 na binanggit natin, you might want to check yung ABA Core and yung IRC, who are currently making their move as well. Yun nga lang, they are very subtle and low volume, kaya hindi natin siya naisama sa ating watch list. Alright, but then again, that's our take for PSEi Recap. We're currently seeing a good action, and hopefully mag-trend itong ating market. Right, see you next week. This is PSEi Recap again. Maraming salamat sa panonood.